Imagine this. You're balancing on a muddy path, 1,000 feet down on one side, clouds swirling around your ankles. The wind howls, and every step forward feels like a leap of faith. Your heart pounds in your chest, and the only thing louder is the sound of your own breath echoing in your ears. One wrong step, and it's all over. There's no room for mistakes here, just you, the trail, and the dizzying drop below. Welcome to the world's most dangerous trails, where adventure meets pure adrenaline, and survival isn't guaranteed. These are the places where only the boldest dare to tread, and every footstep is a test of courage. Let's kick things off with Bolivia's infamous Death Road. Known locally as Yungas Road, this stretch of dirt and gravel has earned its reputation as the world's most dangerous road. This is no ordinary bike ride, trust me. Cyclists from around the globe come here, drawn by the thrill and the risk. Picture a narrow dirt track carved into the mountains, barely wider than your handlebars. The path twists and turns with loose gravel threatening to send you skidding at every corner. On one side, a sheer 600-meter drop straight down into the jungle. The valley below is shrouded in mist, hiding the dangers that lurk beneath. On the other, crumbling rock walls. Rocks tumble down without warning, and the path itself seems to erode a little more each year. This road claims lives every year. Memorial crosses line the route, silent reminders of those who didn't make it. And with trucks and cyclists meeting in blind corners, your reflexes are all that stand between you and that abyss. The margin for error is razor thin, and the consequences are unforgiving. Would you risk it for that once-in-a-lifetime thrill? For some, the danger is the draw, the ultimate test of nerve and skill. Now, if you think that's intense, let's head to China's Mount Huashan. This sacred mountain is home to one of the most notorious hikes on the planet. The plank walk here is legendary. It's a rite of passage for thrill seekers, and a nightmare for anyone with a fear of heights. Imagine inching along weathered wooden boards, bolted into a vertical cliff. The planks creak beneath your feet, and every gust of wind makes you grip the rock a little tighter. Most of the time you're clinging to chains hammered right into the rock face. Your hands ache, but you can't let go, not even for a second. Below, nothing but clouds and a dizzying drop. The world seems to fall away beneath you, and the only way is forward. Even with a harness, your heart pounds with every step. The sense of exposure is overwhelming, and every instinct screams at you to turn back. It's not just a hike, it's a mental battle against your own fear of heights. Each step is a victory over your doubts and your nerves. Would you dare to look down? Or would you keep your eyes fixed on the path ahead, determined not to let fear win? Up next, El Caminito del Rey in Spain. This trail snakes along the steep walls of a narrow gorge suspended high above the river below. They call it the King's Little Path, but trust me, there's nothing little about the adrenaline rush here. Every step is a reminder of the path's deadly history. Decades ago, this crumbling concrete trail was known as the world's most dangerous walkway. Parts of it were barely hanging on above the gorge. Adventurers would cross gaps on nothing but steel beams, with the river raging far below. Nowadays it's been restored, but the thrill remains. The new safety railings offer some comfort, but the sense of exposure is still very real. Teetering over narrow beams, with only a helmet and a handrail between you and the canyon floor, every step tests your nerve. The drop below is enough to make even the bravest hiker's palms sweat. Could you keep your cool, or would your legs start to shake? The challenge is as much psychological as it is physical, and finally, let's journey into the wild heart of Venezuela, Mount Roraima. This remote plateau rises above the clouds, shrouded in mystery and legend. This place inspired the lost world, and it's easy to see why. The summit feels like another planet, isolated and untouched. The trail here cuts through dense, misty jungle teeming with poisonous snakes and bizarre wildlife. Every step forward is a step into the unknown, where nature reigns supreme. At times you're wading through flooded paths or scrambling up wet rocks. The weather can change in an instant, turning the trail into a slippery, muddy obstacle course. Survival demands not just courage but serious jungle skills. You'll need to navigate, adapt, and push through exhaustion if you want to reach the summit. Would you make it to the top, or would the mountain claim another challenger? The journey is grueling, but the reward is a view few have ever seen. So, would you survive these deadly trails, or are you just here for the views? Each trail is a story of challenge, fear, and triumph. For some, it's a bucket list thrill, the ultimate adventure, a memory that lasts a lifetime. For others, it's pure madness. The risk is simply too great, the fear too real. But one thing's for sure, the world's wildest adventures are out there, waiting for someone brave enough to take the first step. Would you dare? The choice is yours, but remember, fortune favors the bold.